Welcome to Godseeker. This is Elizabeth Fulgaro. The current message: Summer. I am a spring girl, an autumn girl, a winter girl. Perhaps because where I live, winter is not too cold or too stormy for too long. Every person is entitled to seasonal preferences, don't you think? But recently, when I considered this list of the seasons I prefer from a spiritual perspective, it became clear something was askew. Spring, autumn, winter. Where was summer in the mix? I confess, most of the time, I do not look forward to summer because it is too hot. My body doesn't handle heat well. I struggle to function in it. It is as if it is pressing down on me and I don't feel good. But summer is one of the 4 seasons God has given, part of the cycle of life which He designed. Nowhere does God say to jump or skip over any of these. Each season has a purpose. It is an aspect of God's creation to which these messages consistently return, that by considering how something works in the natural realm, it helps give clearer understanding of how similar things work or function in the supernatural spiritual realm. Thus, if I look at God's purpose in summer as a physical season, I must recognize that spiritual summer is vital, so it is time for a personal inner attitude shift. This is because in the natural realm, summer is where growth typically happens. It's where most fruit is produced. Spring has always been my favorite, followed by fall. Indeed, spring is gorgeous with its profusion of blossoms and the way the hope from these buoys you up from the inside out. But blossoms do not equate to harvest. They are the hope of harvest to come, but not the harvest itself. Blossoms are a harvest prerequisite. But to get from blossoms to sustenance, there has to be summer. To skip summer in order to avoid the uncomfortable heat and go straight to autumn also defeats the purpose. Those who live in unpredictable climates further north or south where summer is barely long enough for a growing season to get from blossom to harvest know this. Sometimes the weather shifts too soon, and it is as if summer somehow got skipped. It affects the crops, and not in good ways. The true beauty in autumn's return to cooler temperatures, where life from the current season begins to drop into dormancy, is after summer's production has enabled the harvest, and so in peace you can go into the coming winter. Thus, summer is not to be missed. Obviously, right? God's creation is carefully designed with purpose. There is purpose to how God made each part of the cycle of seasons to be. Summer is key to surviving, definitely toward thriving. Yes to summer in your everyday life, but yes, equally, to summer in your spiritual life. Being an active participant in summer and even relishing it is important and has very practical current as well as future implications for you personally and humanity at large. It is similar with spiritual summer. This is where God is producing His crops in you, His fruit, in the heat of life, when it is oppressive, when it is uncomfortable, when there is seemingly no relief, when you cannot seem to get out of the sun. There is fruit ripening on your branches. Now, you will never be fully, completely grown and mature, at least not this side of heaven. Instead, you will always be in a state of growing and becoming. But just as the fruit trees do not have to wait until fully grown in order to produce fruit, neither do you. Though the goal is to be always growing by allowing yourself to be pruned, cultivated, and nurtured by the master gardener who is God, He will produce crop after crop of fresh fruit on your branches with each passing season when you let Him tend to your soul. Any resulting fruit which provides spiritual sustenance is not fruit you grow yourself. Your own roots are rotten. Please forgive the visual. When you decide you need Jesus as your Savior and Lord, which means the one you chose to give up your own plans to follow, He grafts you onto His roots so you can thrive. With His roots as your source, He can produce His fruit in you because you are attached to Him. And the fruit you bear will be of a particular type because that is what you were made for, just as a peach tree was made to produce peaches and not apples. The fruit for His kingdom, which is produced through you, will be unique to how He has designed you, but always the remembrance that you do not produce His fruit yourself. You must stay attached, rooted in Him, grounded in Him. It is from Him you derive your very life. Here's to summer. Let's finish with a small part of what St. Paul wrote in his letter to the Colossians, a community of first-century Jesus followers located in Colossae, which was located in what is today Turkey. Colossians chapter 2, verses 6 through 7. As you have therefore received Christ, even Jesus the Lord, so walk, regulate your lives, and conduct yourselves in union with and conformity to Him. Have the roots of your being firmly and deeply planted in Him, fixed and founded in Him, being continually built up in Him, becoming increasingly more confirmed and established in the faith, just as you were taught, and abounding and overflowing in it with thanksgiving. Listen to the song, Father, Jesus, Spirit, on the Godseeker album. You can find the song, Father, Jesus, Spirit, on my YouTube channel, on various streaming services, and always on CD. Thank you for joining in. Godseeker messages are brought to you by Eagle's Nest Foundation. This is Elizabeth Fulgaro. I am praying for you. Listen to the song, Father, Jesus, Spirit, until it is your prayer. And until next time, keep seeking God.